We're back, guys. We're back for more Bible stories. I hope your first day was great. I hope you had a great time learning about listening to God and being ready. So, today, another story, and guess what? It's still got that Moses guy in it. It's excellent. We're just carrying along from last time. This time, our message is give happily. That's our secret ingredient, right? And our story comes from Leviticus 23. Leviticus, a real page turner if you haven't read it yet. However, in this one, not much of a story, more like a description. In this case, we get to hear about what God told Moses while they were in the wilderness, about what they were going to be, who they were going to become, how they were going to be God's people. After they left Egypt, they were now going to a new land. He said it'd be a great place where the water flowed, tasted like milk and honey. Oh, it was going to be so good. You're going to love this place, he says. And when you get there, you're still going to be my people. So here's what's going to look like to be my people in this new place. And in Leviticus 23, we get stories about celebrations, instructions, actually recipes on how to celebrate together as a people in this new place. And the first one came to our friend Moses. Let's get Moses. He's still nervous, but he's a little more tired now because, boy, howdy, is it challenging to lead people through the wilderness. It's tough out there. He's got a little bit longer hair. Haircuts are a little harder to come by. Kind of like us sometimes. Kind of like us right now. We're in a little bit of a wilderness right now. So we got him here, and he's got his cool walking stick as usual, and he's got his backpack on and his sandals on. He is listening to God, and God is saying, buddy, where you're going is going to be so lush, lovely, verdant. That's green, folks. Green with a lovely river running through it. Oh, it's going to be so nice. It's going to be such a lovely place. And you'll have a great big Temple Mount. It'll be so nice. You'll just enjoy it so much, and all your people will be happy and healthy and secure. And oh man, with all this field, you're going to have so much land for little farms, right? Little silos with little cows and pigs and stuff like that out there in the barn. It's going to be so cool. You're going to love it. And out there as well, there's going to be great, lush farmland and property for you to grow all the food. And some of the things they were going to grow were going to be things like wheat, barley. For those who are growing wheat, they hoped they could take that and they could make bread, right? They could provide food. They could provide food for all the people in the city, for all the people in their community. And what ended up happening was, he says, where you're going is going to have so much. With the farm, with the land, with all this lush things you have, you're going to be so cared for. But I don't want you to forget who you are. That you're my people. And that means remembering and giving thanks for all the things you have. Because it's going to be a long time before they get here. So they're preparing even now, getting these instructions. And what they're going to do is at the temple, they're going to have a place of sacrifice where they will bring offerings to God. And what are the things they're going to bring? So if you're a farmer living here, and you live here, and you have sheep, right? Look at that cute little fluffy sheep. He's got tons of them. He's there, he's looking after his fluffy little sheep, and guess what? It's spring. Oh boy, baby sheep are being born! It's the cutest! Or maybe you got cows. Your baby cows are being born. Oh, that's great news. That means you're going to have more cows in the future. That means you're going to have more sheep in the future. Or you're here and you're growing grapes. Oh, delicious grapes to eat. Oh, and delicious grapes to make wine. Oh, and delicious grapes to make juice. You're growing all these lovely, lovely things of grapes. And here it comes in the season, your first grapes. The instructions were that they would take those first fruits, first grapes. Right? first grapes. And they take their first sheaves of wheat, right? They take their first barley, they take all these first things, and they gather them together as a community. And they would each and every one of them remember when we had to wander around in the wilderness? Remember when we were slaves and the only thing we had was what the Pharaoh would give us? Remember when we had nothing of our own, nothing to say that we could really grow, plant, and tend to ourselves and actually reap the benefits? We're going to take the first fruits of our new life and freedom, and we're going to offer them as an offering to God. We're going to give it, and we're not going to go, oh man, I really want those grapes. We're going to give happily, with thanksgiving. We're going to say, thank you, God, for all you've given us. Thank you, God, for partnering with us in our exodus. Thank you, God, for delivering us out of captivity. And we're going to give happily of all the things we've produced, and we're going to offer it to you as thanksgiving. Very cool tradition. In fact, that would happen in all their festivals, was offerings of thanksgiving, because they never wanted to forget that this isn't always the case all the time. You could be without, so they wanted to remember and give thanks in those times of plenty. That's what our message is today. So for you, a question is, how do we give happily? What do we have a lot of? What's a way that you could go, wow, I've been given, so I need to give as well. I am so happy I have received, so I am going to be so happy to give. Maybe it means giving to a food pantry. That'd be a great idea. Maybe it means inviting someone over for dinner. Maybe it means celebrating with somebody who doesn't have anything to celebrate or anyone to celebrate with. It's taking what we have that we're grateful for, and we're saying, I'm so grateful that I want others to experience it. I want other people to experience it as well. That's our challenge today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your activities today, your crafts, your snacks you're going to get to make, but throughout it all, remember, in all the things you're receiving, what's it look like? What's a way that we can happily give this day? Have a good one. I'll see you next time, guys.